What's up guys, Phoenix here. Today I'm going to be comparing this $5 tech deck versus this $250 fingerboard. Now I'm going to compare these two in depth, give you the pros and cons of each of them, and just help you decide which one is the best to buy. So here you can see this is your standard tech deck. They're really cheap, it's about $5. Now this is my best fingerboard. It cost about $250 overall, and that's a lot of money. You could probably buy like an actual full-size skateboard for the same price. So yeah, the first obvious con of a real high-end fingerboard like this is the price. But I'm gonna just explain why it costs so much. The reason why it costs so much is the first pro of a good fingerboard, and that is the build quality. Now if you look real close here, you'll see that this deck is made of real plies of wood veneer. Just like a real skateboard, they're glued together and then pressed in a mold to give it the shape. And that's exactly how real skateboards are made. The real advantage of a wooden deck like this is they're a lot snappier. So that is a pro of all fingerboards. They have a lot more pop, and a con of all tech decks, they have a lot less pop. The next thing about expensive fingerboards, these wheels have real bearings inside them, so they roll, they spin real smoothly. Compared to tech deck wheels, they're just hollow bits of plastic. Unless you're used to bearing wheels, you're probably not going to notice the slower tech deck wheels, and it's probably not going to affect your tricks a whole lot. And the last part is, with cheap tech decks, instead of having soft rubber bushings so you can turn nicely, they just have hard plastic in them, which don't turn at all, unless you have the 32mm tech deck, which has like okay rubber bushings, but they're quite prone to splitting. What isn't like a real skateboard is this grip tape that fingerboards have. This stuff is called neoprene foam, and it's really good for fingers to grip on, and tech decks just come with these sheets of sandpaper on top of them, and this stuff wears out really fast. Like if you use it for a week, it's not going to be grippy at all, and that's going to make it really hard for you to do tricks on. So I do recommend buying some sheets of this foam grip tape and putting it on your tech deck, because that will drastically upgrade your tech deck. A couple years ago, before I had a wooden fingerboard, I bought a sheet of foam grip tape off a friend and put it on this tech deck. And this was so good, I used it for like years, pretty much every day. I used this tech deck so much, I wore all the way through the foam grip tape. That's the glue on the bottom side of it. You can buy fingerboard grip tape online. It's really cheap, it's just like a few dollars for a pack of a bunch of sheets of them, and it will last you for ages. Alright, so we've established that fingerboards are more poppy, grippy, rolly, and expensive. But I think we've been a bit mean to tech decks, so here's what's good about tech decks. A major pro of tech decks is how available they are. You can buy these things in so many stores that you would not even think sell them. I bought this one in a post office. And you can buy like a pack of multiple tech decks, like 5 or 6 tech decks in one pack, and it's not going to cost you that much, and that's going to come with spare parts like different coloured wheels, tools, and also they can come with skatepark obstacles. I've got a collection of ramps and rails and all sorts that you can put together to make your own little tech deck skateparks. Whereas for pro fingerboard parts, you're going to have to do extensive digging, research on the internet, comparing, specs and prices, making sure all the parts fit together. Tech decks, you can just buy them and you're ready to go. Another pro of owning a tech deck is if you're anything like me and you want a fingerboard at school, have something to play with in class because you miss the fidget spinner train. These things are dirt cheap. You could buy a pack of these for the price of overpriced coffee from Starbucks. So if you're using these at school, you don't really have to worry about losing it so much, because if you do lose it, it's not the end of the world. If I lost a $250 fingerboard at school, I probably might as well not bother coming home. So, what it really comes down to then is, are you willing to pay the price for quality? If fingerboarding is a hobby that you really want to pursue, then I think the money spent on a really high quality fingerboard is worth every cent. The better you get at fingerboarding and the more you practice, the more you're going to appreciate the higher quality engineering that goes into an expensive fingerboard. If you want to get into fingerboarding properly, but you don't want to spend a heap of cash, you still can with a tech deck. So don't let only having a cheap tech deck hold you back. If you want to start learning tricks, I highly recommend getting the 32mm tech deck. Now, you gotta look carefully for one of these. These ones are slightly wider than your normal tech deck. These are the ones with rubber bushings, which are much better, and the wider deck will help you learn, flip tricks and stuff faster, and also better if you've got bigger fingers. A step up from there is if you have a tech deck but don't want to buy a wooden fingerboard yet, you can really upgrade one of these if you put foam fingerboard grip tape on these. So, out of the two, I think a tech deck is a really good choice for starting off fingerboarding, learning the basics, ollies, kick flips, tray flips, and just as a skill toy to play with at school. If you're already into fingerboarding and you can do some tricks, or you want to start off with a better fingerboard, I've made a list of cheap fingerboards that you could consider buying, so let's go have a look at those. Alright, let's take a look at some good budget wooden fingerboards that I recommend as a next step up from a tech deck. All the links for these products will be in the description. If you go on Amazon and look up finger skateboard, you'll probably come across some variant of this. A couple years ago, one of my friends actually bought me one of these for Christmas, which I really appreciate because I'm pretty sure I learned like kick flips properly on this one. It's a decent wooden fingerboard, it's got bearing wheels, and it's really cheap, so I'd say that's a definite good starter fingerboard if you want a really cheap one. Another good cheap fingerboard is P-Rep Fingerboards. I also had one of these after the one I just showed you, and you can buy these on Amazon or from their website, I think. The only reason I don't still have this one is because I lost it. Okay, so the website to buy P-Rep Fingerboards is Broken Knuckle Fingerboards. Okay, here you can see you can buy a P-Rep fingerboard for about $15, and there's loads of different variants to choose from. This is the one I actually had, so this is the exact one that I think was my second ever fingerboard. Sad that I lost that one, but you live and you learn not to lose things. Okay, a bit of a step up from that last one, we have Berlinwoods and Bollie Fingerboards. You can buy both of these brands on blackrivershop.com. You can buy a complete Bollie fingerboard for €29 or 50 NZ dollars or 33 American dollars. The final budget fingerboard that I'd recommend is the Flatface G15 or a Flatface Complete. You can buy a complete one of these for 64 USDs. I have one right here. And according to my fingerboarder friend, he says that this fingerboard, the G15 Complete, is ridiculously poppy. He says it's got so much pop that it's practically cheating. So a G15 is definitely a good choice for learning tricks because you're not going to have much trouble getting your ollies and kick flips high up in the air. Alright, that's all I've got for you today. I hope this video helps you make an informed decision when buying your next fingerboard. Leave a like on the video if you found it helpful, and put in the comments below what you think about tech decks and fingerboards. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.